Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. Well, this would be a lot more exciting if we got the win, but we did not. I mean, we had more than enough chances. We're going to go through it. There's a couple of things that I really was bothered by in this game. I'm obviously going to give you my opinion on it, and I want to know yours, but very, very tough loss in my opinion. The Mets, I mean, they're not a bad team, but they are really bad when you look at individual categories. And we lost today. Cleveland won. Here's another game. So it's like they took one from us in Cleveland, basically, and that sucks. But let's go through it. We lost 3-2. A very, very close game. As close as you can get it. But we had 8 hits. They had 7 hits. We got out-hit. No, we out-hit them, but we still lost. So there you go. We made an error. 2 errors. 1 didn't get counted. 2 errors basically in the first inning, or was it the first inning? I believe so. Or the first couple of innings. It was bad. Not good baseball. But, Pineda, he really pitched well. It wasn't his fault. And he's going to get screwed in the loss column for it. But it wasn't his fault. Let's just go through it. Let's start with the pitching, of course. So Pineda pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. He struck out 3, did not walk anybody. One of his better starts. I honestly feel really confident when he goes out there, though. Even though we might not have won the game, he has pitched very well. He's gotten his ERA down to 4.3. It was, up in like 5 or 6 earlier this year, so that's really good. Littell came in and pitched 1 inning, struck out 1. He looked really good. Littell has been really good out of the bullpen, and they were talking about him, because he was a starter in Rochester, so they were talking about him coming up to the majors, being put in the bullpen. And, he can throw 94, 95. He's got 2 good off-speed pitches. He's a really good guy in the bullpen. Do I think we need him? I don't know, but he has been really good. That's a topic for a different video. But Parker came in. He looked good for the most part. 1 2/3 innings pitched with 2 walks and a hit. It wasn't the cleanest, but he did okay to get out of the inning. And then he did fine in the next inning. In the top of the 9th, McGill did come in for 1 out. How many pitches did McGill throw? Wasn't it 5? Okay, there you go. And he struck him out. So there you go. That was McGill. He looked good as well. But other than that, the bullpen was really solid. The game was really solid. Like I said, they only scored 3 runs. They were all off of Pineda, and only 1 of them was earned. We really should have won this game. And I know I say that a lot. All of our losses, we probably had some things that we could have won. Some reason why we could have won. But this one definitely falls under that category. Yeah, so let's talk about it. We were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Very bad. We left 10 guys on base. Unacceptable. Realistically, it was bad. So an error was charged to Scope. I think an error should have been charged to Sano as well back in that first inning, but they gave him a hit instead. So realistically, I think there were 2 errors. One ultimately did bring the guy home. It was on Scope's error. That was the immediate direct effect of it. But Sano also let a guy get on base, and I think that guy came around to score. I think that was also part of it. So I could be wrong on that, but I know, he had a tough night. Scope had a tough night. He did get back. He did get us back in the game. He made up for it, but, that error really cost us, and of course, that's why we lost. So that's not the only reason why. Our bats didn't work, but that's one of the reasons why we gave up a run, which ultimately led to us losing. So let's break it down inning by inning first, and then I'll go through the box score. So let's go through the first inning. Let me know if you guys like this style of breakdown. I'm going to try this differently for this breakdown or for this review, but we're going to go inning by inning and break it down. Of course, we'll focus a little bit more on the scoring innings or the bigger innings here, but so in the bottom of the first inning, in the top of the first inning, I guess, let's go through that because that's where they scored 2 of their runs. Jeff McNeil singles on the first pitch of the game. Michael Conforto singles as well. Runners on first and second. 5 pitches into the game. It was a little scary. Couple wild pitches as well and pass balls in this inning really hurt us. So Pete Alonso strikes out. Boom, that's a big check mark. That was really good. But then a pass ball allows both men to get into scoring position. That was on Jason Castro. Robinson Cano singled. Sac fly, and it was 1-0. A wild pitch brought in nope, it did not. Nope, that didn't bring in the second run. My bad, but he got to third. Michael Conforto got to third base, and then the error brought in Conforto. That was by Scope. Nothing else happened in that inning, so it was 2-0. We hit to the bottom of the first, line out, fly out, ground out, boom, 1, 2, 3, and we were done. And after this inning, I think we really settled in, but, the second inning, we hit a double. CJ Cron hit a double. It's good to have him back. He was a really big piece tonight. Of course, it didn't work, but to get him back, very good. He was really killing the ball tonight. So that was his 19th double. He also hit one more later. But line out, double, line out, ground out. Again, the guy's getting through the lineup pretty quickly. We go to the third inning. Finally, when we score, Scope homers. Good for him. It just cleared the wall in right field. He went oppo with it, and that was fantastic. It got us back within one. That's what we needed out of Scope after he made that error. Very, very good for him to come back and just scrape one over the wall. Opposite field, as I mentioned. Castro strikes out, Polanco grounds out, and Gonzalez goes opposite field. Every single hit at this point, so it was Cron's double, home run, and Gonzalez's single, were all opposite field. Cruz flew out. I can't read. But the bottom of the fourth inning. This is the inning I really want to talk about. This is the inning that I think changed the game. And then we'll skip to the ninth, actually, because I really want to talk about that. So, Eddie Rosario singled. Good hitters count. He singled. Cron doubled. Again, every single hit, I guess, that has happened was opposite field at this point. Cron doubled, and Eddie Rosario went to third. He might have been able to score, I think, if he read that ball a little bit better off the bat. But again, two guys activated today, really stepped up. They helped us get it a chance to win this game. So good for them. It was his 20th double, opposite field, as I mentioned. And Kepler grounded out, did his job, scored the run, and we were tied at 2, right? However, we were tied at 2 with a guy on third base. No, one out with a guy on third base, Miguel Sano up. I am praying. This is why I don't like Miguel Sano, and you can fight me about this in the comments if you want. This is why I don't like Miguel Sano. He doesn't put the ball in play, and that to me is the biggest reason I have a problem with him. We cannot win games only hitting home runs. I don't know what the age range is for my videos exactly, but I know a lot of younger fans, particularly, who have seen a lot of home runs the last 4 or 5 years, maybe even my age, they like the home run ball. I understand that. I know a lot of my friends like that about baseball as well. But when you have a situation with a guy on third base and one out, all you got to do is hit the ball. I was even saying while watching this game, Miguel Sano, all you need to do is bunt. Literally bunt the ball and the guy scores. I mean, it was Cron. He's not the quickest, but the people were playing in the grass because Miguel Sano was up. All you got to do is bunt the ball. CJ Cron probably scores. What did he do? Strike out. So again, this is why I have my problems with Miguel Sano. It's because he is a guy who tries to hit a home run every time. And I get that. That's what he does. But he needed to put the ball in play right there, and he didn't. Then, intentional walk for Jonathan Scope. And another thing that was really stupid about this inning, I don't know why he took off. Obviously, that was a problem. Jonathan Scope got caught stealing, trying to go to second base. I really questioned that, but I was really upset about Miguel Sano not putting the ball in play. I didn't really care about that because I was like, you know what? It's over. Miguel Sano didn't put the ball in play. I don't care what happens this inning if we didn't score. And we didn't. So, yeah, that was a really dumb play, too. I want to know what you guys think about this inning in particular with Miguel Sano and Jonathan Scope stealing second or trying to steal second. He's not fast. See, he made 2 errors tonight, right? One on the base paths, one in the field. But I do want to skip to the 9th inning because we loaded the bases. We loaded the bases and we couldn't score. So Miguel Sano strikes out to start off the top of the 9th inning. Imagine that. Well, then Luis Arias was brought in. He walks on a full count pitch. That was incredible. That was an incredible AB. Mitch Garver singles, runners on first and second. Polanco flies out. That really kind of sucked. I might have liked to see a bunt there. I don't know. I think that might have been better. But, there were 2 outs anyways. So, a hit does tie the game. I probably wouldn't have bunted there, but it was an option. So he flew out. Marwin Gonzalez singled. The bases were loaded, and Nelson Cruz was up. All he needed to do was hit a single. It didn't look like he was trying too hard. He was honestly looked like he tried to hit the ball, and it popped it up. It happens. That's understandable, but Miguel Sano wasn't. So let's go through the box score really quickly. Polanco led things off 0 for 4 tonight. Gonzalez 2 for 5. Cruz 0 for 4. Rosario and Crone coming back. Both got 2 hits. Rosario scored a run. They both went 2 for 4. Kepler went 0 for 4 with an RBI on the ground out. Then Sano went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Scope went 1 for 2 with a walk, and that was intentional. It went opposite field. It was good for him. And then Castro went 0 for 1. Garver went 1 for 2. And that was it. So like I said, we left so many men on base. We left the bases loaded. We made stupid errors in the 4th inning and in the field. It wasn't a good game. We probably should have won it. But like I said, I do want to know your opinion about the 4th inning, about home runs and contact in general. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Anything you want about this video, I'd be glad to mention it. Again, I reply to everybody, so make sure to do that. But that's all I got for you today. Again, a frustrating loss. We probably should have won this game, but what can you do? Hopefully Cleveland falls off a cliff at some point and stops winning ball games, or we get back on the right track. Who knows? But if you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. If you like what I'm doing, if you like the Twins, hit that subscribe button. If you missed yesterday's video or any videos from today, click above my head. And that's all I got for you today. We'll come back tomorrow with more. See you then.